Hey, is this Prisha or
Yeah,
Prisha?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, all right. So, Prisha, I don't think we've ever met, me and you. I've talked with your mom, but I've never talked to you. All right, so it's a pleasure meeting you. Finally, it's been a long time since you've started with us. All right. I'll just give you a quick overview. I'll just ask you a few questions. You can tell me your experience, and you can
Okay,
also ask me any questions if you have any.
okay.
All right, sounds good. First of all, I'd like you to give us or give me like a quick background of where you started, why you decided to start with coding in the first place, what made you decide to go on this path.
I was in eighth grade and I didn't really know what I was gonna do later. And I got advice from like my sister and my mom. And they're kind of there's a school called Crest. It's like Center of Research, Engineering, Science, and Technology. And they had three different strands. There was engineering, computer science, and bioscience. And I didn't really know which one I wanted to do, but my mom and sister kind of pushed me towards like computer science because there's a lot of different jobs relating to that are very helpful and like it's becoming like a bigger part of our world. So, and I
Mm-hmm.
was also already kind of interested in coding because I didn't really know much about the other two. And my sister also did computer science when she was in that school.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main reason I started. I didn't really know much about it. I just was ready to try it out. And I knew a lot of other girls that did do start with computer science, so I was like, I might just try, give it a shot.
Nice, nice, interesting, interesting. And when did you decide to start, and why did you think of starting with private tutoring, and why did you choose us?
Um, I don't. The reason, wait, hold on. I think it was because like, for private tutoring, my mom said that she was gonna teach me, but it's kind of hard to be consistent when it's just me and her and we're like trying to go through stuff. Like some days I'm not gonna want to do it, or like she's not gonna want to teach. So she thought like this way it could be a lot more consistent and I could be more engaged with someone, if especially if we're doing it every single week and there's like reviews and challenges and specific exercises that we work on. Like I'll be more in check with what
Mm.
I'm doing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And talking about these challenges and exercises, tell me how was your first lesson, and how are the lessons going so far, with regards to all these challenges
Yeah.
and.
I don't exactly remember the first lesson, but so far they've been going really good. I like the challenges a lot because like, especially like when you share your screen, because it helps the teacher understand like how
Mm.
you think about certain questions. And like if you make a mistake, like he can understand like where you're kind of coming from. If you keep making a certain mistake over and over again, he'll
Mm-hmm.
understand like
Mm.
why you keep making that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really helpful to have these challenges and exercises because it helps the teacher understand where you're at and if there's something that needs to be reviewed or taught again.
Mm, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the practical application. It's yeah. I like the fact that you notice that, because it's one of the most important things that we focus on. Like the challenges, you actually having to apply what you were learning,
Yeah.
instead of just like
Yeah.
learning and let's move on. Did you understand? Yes, let's move on. Yes, let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah. And also like kind of like sometimes I struggle with it, so it puts me in a situation where I actually like have to think, and it's kind of like sometimes
Mm.
I feel pressure because it's like he's waiting for you and
Yeah.
you're like
Mm.
trying to think when you know somebody's waiting. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
stressful sometimes, but I feel like you have to like be in stressful situations sometimes to understand.
Yeah, I was about to say that for sure. Like Yasser is never going to be like, yeah, come on, finish this quick. For sure, he
Yeah,
has all the patience in the world. I know him very
yeah,
well. But at the same time, like you just said, it's good to have a bit of pressure because you're gonna have exams, you're gonna have deadlines later on down the line when working on projects. So it's good to have this bit of an edge, like a bit of a feeling of I need to finish this, I need to think of a solution. Well, speaking of like, what is I wanted like to ask you, what do you feel now compared to what you felt before when you were coding? Is there any improvement, any difference?
I do feel a lot better. I think it's a lot more fun now, and I think there's like so much more that you can do with it. In the beginning, I didn't know if it was going to be hard or if it was going to be easy, but like as we started going, it got a lot easier as we went through, and with like practicing, like I started finding it more engaging and fun.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I do need to do it a lot more because I don't know like for sure if like if this is like completely right for me, but I think that's only because I just haven't done it enough, and I want to keep doing more and like harder stuff so I can maybe feel more like connected to it. Because right now it's like I'm doing it every week, but I'm not feeling like, oh, I love this so much. Like, I feel like I need to give it some more time and like just keep doing more things.
Yeah.
Because right now we're just at the basics. So
yeah. Where are you right now? What point are you in?
We went over a couple units. We reached like the while loops.
So I wanted also to ask you, like, do you feel this was a worthwhile program? Do you have any regrets starting? Do you feel like, I wish I didn't have to do this every week?
No, I definitely don't have any regrets. I feel like it's been very helpful, and it's kind of like made me think of things a different way, like push my mind in different directions. So overall, I think it's been pretty helpful. It should continue being helpful. I don't see any problems with it right now. Yeah.
All right. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. I wanted to tell you that Yasser is very, very happy with how you're doing. There are no complaints on his side. You're always on time. You're always doing your best in challenges, and that is the best thing. Like, as long as you're always showing up to class and you're always doing your best in those challenges, giving your all, then it's all good. I don't know, is he giving you enough assignments and homework or not?
Yeah, he is.
Good. That's important, because sometimes like we see students, and this tells a lot about the student, because this is personalized tutoring. Sometimes, like, if the student doesn't want to do too much, the instructor doesn't give too much, because it's all flexible. But when I hear that a student is taking homework, that means that they are accepting it, they're doing it. Yeah,
I think I'm probably gonna ask for some a bit more because it's my summer break, so I'll have more time to work on it.
Perfect.
So,
hey, come now. Yes. Hi. I was surprised. I thought Prisha would be much younger. For some reason, I had it in my head that she would be like 13, 14. I don't know why.
She's 15. I'm 15, but she's kind of in the middle.
All right.
She's young.
So
not too young.
Oh, okay. So I was pretty close. But but you have to keep in mind, like, we started almost a year. How long ago?
No, we started in January.
January.
I think so. Yeah. And then we took a break too.
Oh, okay. 6 months. Okay, so
very long.
So if at that time I thought she was 13, 14, then 6 months later, yeah, okay. You grew. You became 15.
Yeah, and 15 was like March is when she turned 15.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So I was pretty close.
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No, I was saying in case you want to have my feedback, anything you wanted to ask me, because you were checking if I am going to be with her, so I start with her just to see if you have any questions.
For sure. For sure. I'd like to ask you, like, why did you decide to go with us, if you remember, like when you had all the options?
I think when you were asking Prisha that question, she probably didn't realize or didn't remember that we had interviewed a couple more teachers.
Yeah.
And I had actually gone through a few texts with some people. So I think she had two other demo sessions with two other teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And then she didn't have a demo session with you because you were not the teacher. But when we talked to you, she somehow felt that you will be taking care of what she wants, and that was not the feeling that she got with the other two teachers. And I was the same way. One, she felt they were very boring, and thought that she won't be engaged. She didn't feel that. So once we talked to you, we thought, let's give it a try. That was definitely one of the things. And I had to make the decision because I'm paying the money.
Of course.
When I was talking to you, I really liked that you were very responsive. You were not taking 2 days, despite of being in a different time zone.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people are like that when they are starting a business with you or having to tutor you, when they're like that in the beginning, but you've been consistently doing that.
Thank
Being responsive is something I really appreciate because time is of essence. And sometimes if I have, like today, there was confusion about the time zone that I made. So that getting that response is very important for me. I like that. So that's one thing that I thought is really needed in case I have any questions or Prisha has any questions. That is a clear indication that they will be answered in time.
Exactly.
Whether it was email or text, and same thing with Yasser. He's also very responsive. I was a little apprehensive of the teacher that you're going to assign to us, but I think he is of the similar mindset when he makes Prisha feel comfortable. At the same time, when Prisha says she's sometimes put on the spot, but that's also needed. Because she will be like that anyway. So our experience has been great. Initially, when she started, I thought she should have more assignments, but because she was so new in the world of programming, Yasser wasn't ready to provide her any assignment, but he promised that as the class progresses, he will add more to it, learning and trying to try different ways when nobody's around you. Even if you're using Google, that's also part of exploring.
Of course, for sure. The research, like I was talking to a student today, and a lot of the things that like we try to teach is like they usually are surprised, like, oh my god, how did you solve this? And I'm like, it's not like I memorized anything. I spent 50% of my time asking Google, asking ChatGPT, like going through. I don't memorize anything. I always research. Sometimes I like forget the difference between sort and sorted. I have to research that because I forget. I don't like to memorize anything. We have access to the internet. It's all about practicing, researching, knowing, and I don't know if I said it when we were meeting, but the goal is not for us to just have you look at somebody coding or even you coding. The goal is for you to become a problem solver. You have a task. Exactly.
Yes.
You have a task, you have a problem, you need to solve it. How do you start? Where do you begin? What should you ask? What are the questions that you need to ask? How do you formulate things? And all of those things are crucial to a programmer. Like that is, the programmer isn't the one that writes the fastest code or the cleanest code. Although clean code is very important. It's the person who knows what questions to ask and
how to go about it.
Exactly, how to fit the answers into his project, into their project.
And Michael, you brought up a really, really, really important point in today's world, because everybody has this question, AI is going to take up the coding, why am I doing this? What's in it for me? And I think what you just said answers it all.
Of course.
Because you are not learning how to code because machines are going to do that, but you're learning how to solve a problem.
Exactly.
Which is the skill that every job requires and will require. So, Prisha, that's an important point, and your dad and I, we also talk about it.
Exactly.
The thing, like how you approach the problem, what questions you ask to understand the problem, how you break it down, what steps you come up with, and with practice you get better at it. Otherwise, you see the problem and you just want to run away from it.
Exactly.
That's not what we want you to do. So this is what you're also learning. I think just that I think we hope that Prisha stays on this journey and gets better, and you also provide us feedback and keep her in mind in terms of like Her
Always.
success will be your success.
Of course, of course. Look, I'm always asking Yasser how things are going, even if I don't immediately communicate it. We're always formulating like,
That's good.
is everything working? Is there anything we should improve? Sometimes he asks me like my opinion on things. I give him back. We always have Prisha in mind for sure. We always have all the students in mind. It's never like if we feel that somebody is lacking, we never leave it. You know, we're always persistent with like what's happening, why are you like this, what is wrong. And so far the Yasser's review of Prisha has been impeccable. Never ever had any like red flags or any like, hey, there's something here. No, it was always perfect.
Yeah.
All right, come. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Prisha as well. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much. It was great meeting you, and maybe after you finish the program, maybe we'll have another sit down and see how far you've come. I'm really excited to see how much you do, all the projects that you come up with, especially once you get to object-oriented programming. I'm really excited to see the world that will open up to you from that point. And yeah, you're doing great. You're doing fantastic with coding and with speaking and with everything. And with the pressure, you're handling it very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Have a good night. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Night.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.